Guys, as you can see in front of me, we have two completed Lego sets. Both on Mills plates. Both looking really, really good. But I also know, for those of you out there with a keen eye, you're also thinking, hang on a minute, I don't think I've ever seen those Lego sets before, or I've certainly not seen Lego release them. So where did they come from? Well, being brutally honest, we have on the left here the downtown set. More to come on that one. And we have what was the BrickLink Parisian Street set. Now, the downtown set was probably one of the most janky sets, genuinely for me, that Lego have ever released. This, on the other hand, was an utterly beautiful build. The Parisian Street from BrickLink, the BrickLink designer program, was immense. It just wasn't really fit for a city. It was open-backed. It was 16 by 32. Was it 16 by 32? Yeah, it was. It was 16 by 32, so it was long. And it just needed more heft. It needed to be bigger. And that's exactly what we've done. And I say we, as in the royal we, because me, Mr. L, Mr. TTB has taken care of this bad boy. And Mrs. L, with the patience, Mrs. TTB, with the patience of an absolute saint, has built this thing. I'm not going to lie. I think I had the better end of this deal. It was... We had to make some adjustments to this. That's all I will say. Not many, but it was just quite hard to get together at times. 90% of it was fine. Just every now and again, a little something happened. So yeah, we took a janky set, we took a brilliant set, and we turned them into something fit for our Lego city that is going to be coming relatively soon. We are almost there now. Me and Mrs. L are spending countless hours and nights planning the layouts, buying timber, doing all that to get custom. I'm going to custom make the tables. So we're trying to build as many modulars and rebrickables and that as we can. So come with me as we give you an overview of these. As always, you will find all of the details in the description below. I will link to both of these rebrickable files on there. They are both... Oh, the doggies fell over. They are both purchasable instructions. Why is the dog... There we go. They are both purchasable instructions. I think, if I am not mistaken, roughly £15 each, give or take. I may be slightly incorrect, but... and yeah, absolutely fantastic. Now, I got a bit carried away, I'm not going to lie. I had this set as the Parisian Street built, done, dusted, for quite a while. I built it last year on a lot of lives that I did. But I completely got carried away and got that excited about deconstructing it and building it that I forgot to press record. So there is no footage of this as the original Parisian Street. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some pictures in a second because we had no before shots of this. It was built way back when, I think 2023, 2024, when my darling wife got this and built it. And within a couple of months, the cat knocked it off of the unit and it was put into a box in almost 2,000 pieces and it was left there until last week when Mrs. L decided that she wanted to do this rebrickable that she'd seen. So I will insert a shot of this now. So as you can see, it looks beautiful. It looks amazing. It just genuinely, unless it would have been mounted to Mills plates or straight onto plates in a city or something like that from the get-go, it was just janky. It literally, bits were falling off left and right. The road plates weren't sturdy. It was just a nightmare. The cat probably did us a favour, to be honest. So yeah, that is what it was. This is what it is. We're going to give you a good look at this. We're going to take the sections apart. We're going to take a look at this in a minute. And then we will then do the same for this. So this looked like this. As you can see, landscape looked amazing. Beautiful set. Colours are fantastic. Very Parisian styled. It was a brilliant set. But unfortunately, as I said, open-backed. No good for a city. So we deconstructed that and produced this. This is beautiful, like absolutely beautiful. It is technically on two 16 by 16 plates, but I've Mills plated everything, so you can kind of see inside. There are scenes inside of this bad boy, so very, very well done and designed. But we're going to do the same for this one. We're going to bring you guys across, give you an in-depth look at the insides, what both of these sets have to offer, and yeah, then come back for my final thoughts. So if you are a fan of all things Lego, if you want to join us on our journey of creating our very own Lego city, then please make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow along. We post a couple of times a week. At some point we are going to be upping that once we start getting the city underway. At the moment though, there's just a lot of preparation going on behind the scenes to get us ready for that point. We also are going to be announcing some live streams. We have put a community post out there in the last couple of weeks, and everybody in the community is kind of hinging on us doing a live stream on a Sunday. If that is the case, we will probably be changing our upload schedule as well, so we'll probably be moving to a Tuesday and a Friday. I will let you guys know when that is due to take place. I think we will be doing our first live stream this coming Sunday, which I believe, just for those of you who are watching when this video comes out, I believe this Sunday is, let me check the date, this Sunday is, oh, it is the 1st, okay, so that's the 1st of February. If you're watching this on repeat or after the 1st of February, then that's already been. So yeah, a lot of exciting things coming and happening here at Taking the Brick. I genuinely am loving spending the time with my wife, going through potential layouts. We're talking about areas, we're talking about theming, how we can integrate this into a city, how we can integrate this. We've got some brilliant ideas. We were talking last night about a mountain area that we're going to create, and we're going to use some different things. We're going to create a chairlift, and honestly, it is really, really exciting. And yeah, we're going to change up kind of the office space as well, but there's another video to come on that very shortly. So back to it, let's concentrate on these. That's enough of me yabbering on. Guys and gals, let's take a look at both of these sets, starting with what is now the brand new TTB Downtown Modular. Whoa, the bike is falling off. The cyclist, is it a bike? Oh, it's a scooter. I'll take it back. So yes, as we said, yes, I know you can just see the corner of the Parisian one there, but this is the amazing modular that Mrs. L has created. Honestly, if you kind of have a look at the floor, if you can, when I do some close-up shots in a second, you will see that Mrs. L has started creating like a really random floor pattern. We're doing that because the area that this is potentially going to be going into is going to have quite a random gravel and all sorts going on with it, so that's why it's going to be more of a pedestrian kind of area slash section. But yeah, as you can see, the colours pop. It's beautiful. It's made amazing use of them trans blue clear window elements and all the rest of them. Beautiful whites. We did have to replace a couple of pieces. The cat probably lost them, but we have ample spares. So yeah, Mrs. L's created this tree and put this tree on there, and then this kind of frontage here with the rock climbing wall right in the back there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each layer off, going to bring you guys across, I'm going to get into this amazing module that Mrs. L's created with those Rebrickable instructions. Right, so here we go. As promised, we start with City Comics, and then in here you can see Mrs. L has used them instructions to create a beautiful, cool little comic book store. And I assume this is like a hairdresser's of sorts, which is really cool. Hairdressers or a barber's. Cool little minifig elements. Them glass, or sorry, reflective mirror elements just there. And one just under there you can't quite see. There's a fan here to keep everybody cool. And then, as I was saying, Mrs. L started creating this kind of crazy flooring just for now until we finalise what we want to create for that floor. But honestly, this is a really, really cool basis with these floating stairs. Mrs. L's done a really good job with this. So then the next floor, if I just move that base out the way a second, excuse me, the next floor then leans into more of the kind of comic store, I think, and there's a little pizza area here, drinks machine or slushy kind of machine there, an amazing big screen display, and then obviously there's a door through, I turn that around, a door or a doorway through there into this really cool, oh dear, he's wrecking it. Sorry Mrs. L, I've just destroyed your build. Let's just put that back on there. That's my fault for absolutely ruining that. Just put that back on, back in, fantastic. And then in there is like a rock climbing wall that goes all the way up and then finishes off with these really, really cool blue elements all the way down. I am a big, big fan of this section. In particular, I really like them colours and the differentiate in there. I'm not sure what that's meant to be. Needs like, yeah, that's really cool. I love the way that the floorings come together. So that section then sits on top. Oh, I've dropped some of them. I will fix that in a second. We then bring in the kind of the top floor that is more of a shop again. See, some of this, it still is a little bit loose in places. That is not my wife's build or building skills. That is just the way that the build comes together. It is a Rebrickable after all. But yeah, so as you can see, it kind of comes together. It makes use of all of the pieces that come in the original one. You don't need any additional pieces, or you shouldn't need any additional pieces. So that is the next floor. And then finally, obviously, the roof just kind of caps it all off. But yeah, so yeah, I'm genuinely a big fan of this. I think it's on a Mills plate now. It's really sturdy compared to the old set. That old set was honestly, anybody that owns it, please let me know in the comments and let me know and tell everybody else. I'm not making it up. The set was so janky. It was loose, pieces flew off everywhere. Yeah, it was a nightmare. Not really fit for a city, even though it was a Lego City set, kind of. But yeah, for what Mrs. L has come up with this, using them instructions, I'm a big, big fan of this. So, one more modular for that amazing city. Oh, it's coming soon. It's not far off now. Right, should we take a look at this Parisian modular? Right, this, as I've already shown you very briefly, sorry, I have actually taken it apart, so I'll just turn these both at the same time, pull that back. This here is that Parisian Street BrickLink set turned into a modular. Now, this did require an additional 137 parts, so I had to purchase 137 parts, mostly light tan elements. There was a couple of other elements, one being a door, a glass pane that needed to go in, and a couple of others, but nothing too major. I think it cost me about £16, £15 to pick up the pieces. So, in my eyes, brilliant. Obviously, a Mills plate, there's a cost in a Mills plate. But yeah, I've put it on a Mills plate. And as I stated, this does come apart. So, it is in two sections. You could just build it straight into one if you wanted. It would just be very difficult to try and build. So, we split the Mills plate. We created two Mills plates. Really easy to do. Especially when we had the parts. And if anybody noticed, running along the bottom of the Mills plate, I made the outer bricks the same tricolour colours as the French flag, so very happy with that. Right, I'm going to bring you guys across. We're going to take a look inside because there's some really cool details in this. And yeah, then we'll be back for final thoughts and what's next. Right, so this is really quite difficult to do. As you can see, we have got all of the Lego that we are currently sorting at the moment. There's a lot of Lego sorting going on at the homestead in preparation for a lot of things coming up. So you will have to excuse that little bit of mess just behind the camera there. But this is the set. So it makes use of all of the original stickered pieces from the BrickLink set. Obviously, our new AFOL, and then we've got Rue de la Brique. which is Brick Road, maybe, or something along them lines. My French is not very good, or non-existent, I should say, but I'm pretty sure that's what that means. So yeah, again, it comes all the way around. It is very much a corner modular. So with it being a corner modular, it will only fit in a couple of specific places in a city, but we can make use of that. I've added a lot more flowered elements to make it a bit brighter. We've added a lot extras to these, specifically in these areas. We had a lot of spares. I've got a lot of spare pieces, a lot of flowered elements. So we've done that, giving it just a bit of a jazz up, made it look a bit more alive. Right, so if we split this, you will see what I was saying about the details inside. So if we kind of pull this to here and this one to here, there we go. So you can see, whilst it is a bit dark, I'm not overly sure where my little light is to try and help with the lighting up of this. Now, I had it with my son the other day, helping him sort something. So anyway, we will find that at a later date. But yeah, so you can see it's created like apartments. We've got a kitchen area, dining tables, sofas, chairs. We've then got the inside of that bottom layer. So that is a boulangerie, I think it is, that's got bread and some croissants for sale. And croissants on the counter and that. We then move over to this side again. It expands upon that. So this is on the other side of the base plate. It expands upon that by creating an almost bar stroke coffee bar. We've got a little florist shop at the back with all these beautiful flowers, and yeah, I'm a big fan of this. We've then got this little room here, and I'm a big fan of this because it just reminds me of Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast. We've got a little artist studio up here with all the different pots of paint and colours, and then we've got the Eiffel Tower painting that this artist is currently doing. And then over here, just a little section with some drawers at the back, a little candle and a bed there. Bringing it down, we've made use of that. Ooh, that snooker table is a bit loose, push that back down. The snooker table, no balls out yet though. They are currently in the cupboard clearly. A little sofa over here and then back down. So yeah, the outside of this side of the 16x16, as I said to you, we've added some more flowered elements. We've made use of all of those original ones plus a load of extras that we've got. There is the florist there. We've started to create a little scene. We've got the I think he looks like a postie, so we're going to call him the postman. We've got Mr. Coffee Shop Man just there, bringing around to this side. We've then got a magician who's on the street. There's the artist getting his inspiration to head straight back upstairs. He's clearly come to Avenue Eiffel to get a look at the Eiffel Tower so that he can then head back upstairs just to add some finishing touches to his almost complete Eiffel painting. And yeah, again, made use of all them printed pieces. As you can see, some really cool design in the bricks. It's made use of all of the pieces, all of them glass pieces. And then round the back, we've got a no entry sign there. Chefs come out for a little smoke break, clearly, or just 5 minutes out of the warmth of the kitchen. And yeah, again, massive fan of this. So I'm just going to put this back together and then I'll be back with some final thoughts. So, ladies and gents, that is it. Guys, that is it. We had an amazing time doing these two Rebrickables. Hopefully you've taken a quick look at this and thought, do you know what? I own this set, or I own this set. Maybe I'm looking at doing a city. Maybe I want something else to do with my build. The one thing about Lego, and I can't stress this enough, is that it's a very expensive hobby. And when you can take multiple sets, deconstruct them, and turn them into something else for the sake of maybe spending £5–10 on some new instructions, there is other instructions out there that are free. So you will find multiple instructions that are out there for free. You've just got to look. Go on to Rebrickable. The website will be linked down in the description just in case you've never heard of it. Search for your set, take a look, have a look at the alternative ones, maybe the mocks if you have a parts supply that you've got, or you're willing to spend £20, £30 to get some parts. You will find some unbelievable sets that you can build. We are going to be leaning heavily into Rebrickable for our city. We really like the different sets that you can build. We've already got a couple of the Main Street sets here that retired. I've got an amazing idea for a Rebrickable for them. So yeah, I genuinely, I love this set. Like, I really like it. But there's a real, like, quirkiness to this one that I think just adds, it gives it a tiny bit of something. But that je ne sais quoi, which is quite weird when that is the French set of the two. I don't know. Oh, which one do I prefer? Oh, do you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to stick with this. I love this. I love the details in this. I love the interiors in this. I like the storytelling with the artist and all the rest of it. But this is a very close second. If you'd have asked me as the original set, it would have been this anyway. That thing is one of the worst sets I've ever seen built and done in its original form. It just doesn't work for us. So yeah, please make sure you leave a comment, smash that like button for us and let me know if you've enjoyed this video. We have got plenty of other Rebrickables to do. When it comes to doing some of these other Rebrickables, I'll bring you guys along from start to finish. I won't forget to press record this time. Nothing on this channel is scripted, as I'm sure you can tell, because if it was, I definitely would have pressed record when I started deconstructing that bad boy. I mean, to be honest, the cat destroyed the original of that long before this channel existed, so I couldn't really have done much about that for you. I could have shown you the box, but yes. Right, I think that is it. A little bit of housekeeping, so please, 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 please make sure if you found this content interesting and you don't already subscribe, please think about giving us a sub. The channel is doing some amazing numbers at the moment. We're well above 1,400 subscribers now. Next target is that 1,500 mark. Hopefully we can get there soon. Channel memberships are now live, so for the sake of a couple of pounds a month you can get some exclusive emojis that I've created. When we're doing our live streams you can leave them in comments. We're going to be, once we reach probably 10 or 15 members, we're going to be doing some members only live streams, which I think would be cool. Slightly smaller numbers, but the ability to have some in-depth conversations. We will not always be building. We might just be talking Lego. Mrs. L's going to come and join me on a couple of lives, which will be really nice. We're going to try and drag Mrs. L into a couple of videos as well. But yeah, all the usual stuff. If you genuinely would like to see more of this content, please, please, please let me know. Or if this hasn't been for you, please also let me know. I take feedback, criticism, good or bad. I have said from the outset that this is about creating a community for all of us. I enjoy Lego. Lego is my hobby. This isn't, you know, anything other than my hobby and my wife's hobby. We really, really are excited in getting you guys involved in a... Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's been a long 48 hours for Mr. L. We really, really want to get you guys involved in that community when we start building that city, bringing you guys along for the ride. I know we are quite lucky that we have the space to be able to do that. I know a lot of people aren't. So I think if you can live vicariously through us, that is really cool. We do reviews, we do builds, we do hauls, we do cities. There's going to be some table construction videos coming up, possibly. All Lego City related, obviously. Some HQ updates. Yeah. Right, I'm going to quit yabbering on. You can tell Mrs. L isn't in the house telling me to wrap it up because I've been talking too long. She is at HQ today. Cheeky little video coming out from HQ from her. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to please subscribe if you don't already. And guys, as always, I will see you on the next one.